Hey guys, what's going on? 12/26/2011. I want to do this video. It's my second video in the Don't Believe the Hype. It's a Massive PsyOp series. If you haven't seen the first video, click on the link below. That'll bring you up to speed on what I'm talking about. But yeah, the second video I want to talk about Europe today. And specifically I want to talk about this alternative media premise that Europe is being imploded by design, and that Goldman Sachs and the Illuminati are bringing in some type of United States of Europe or some new type of financial system or some new Nazi-style regime. All of that is false. All of that is BS. And the Illuminati are doing that to play with your mind and make you think that they're a lot stronger and a lot more powerful than they really are. Europe is collapsing. It is not being done by design, and we've got to analyze this for really what it is. And I want to take a moment just to slow down, because a lot of people, when they discuss some of these things online, especially in the alternative media, they get all hyped up, they got all amped up, and they lose some of their composure. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you analyze things logically. Okay? First thing I want to do is I want to say, as far as Europe is concerned, if you look at the euro and the implementation or the conception of the euro itself, okay, you got to logically ask yourself, was it done by controlled implosion by design, or was it brought in by negotiation? It wasn't brought in by implosion by design. It was brought in by negotiation. Okay? So if that system, negotiation, was so effective in implementing the euro, then if they're going to implement another system now, why wouldn't they use the same tactic? Why wouldn't they use negotiation? Why would they go to this derelict, non-proven, non-tested in the immediate past implosion by design method? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. Another thing that I want to bring up is that if they wanted to implode the system, then why do they continue to bail out Europe? Why does Europe continue to get bailed out? Why do they keep extending the system? I mean, people in Greece have been rioting for like the last 2 or 3 years, okay? If the Illuminati wanted to collapse the system, do you really think it would take them more than 3 years? Or 2.5 years? Especially when they basically own and control the system. Really? I mean, really? Does that make logical sense? Doesn't make any logical sense. Look, this is what's going on. They're kicking the can down the road. They're trying to live in their ivory towers for another month or 2 weeks or week or days. And every time they kick the can down the road, the amount of debt that they put over Europe is greater and greater and greater, which in the long run makes it worse and worse and worse. And that's what's happening. You know, a lot of people say that they have these people in Goldman Sachs that are taking over some of the key positions in Europe, and this proves that they're imploding it by design. And I'm saying no, it doesn't prove anything. It proves that they have more of their stooges in there to try and extend it, to try and allow them to live a little bit longer in their ivory towers, in their umbrella-style, derivatized financial fabrications. Do you see what I'm saying? You know, another fact that I want to bring up is I actually went to Europe before they implemented the euro, and I actually lived over there. And there's a lot of people that I talked to, and the rumor was that the euro is dead on implementation. It will never make it. It will never survive, and it was false and fabricated to begin with. And here, sure enough, 10 years later, 12 years, 15 years later, we're seeing that exact collapse that these people were talking about 15 years ago. So, you know, I don't want to get too in-depth with it today, but these are the main premises that I want to talk about. It's not being destroyed by design. It's collapsing because these numbskulls, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Societe Generale, all these banking financial institutions in Europe are trying to live in their cush positions for as long as they can before the whole thing goes down. Another reason why it's collapsing is because China, Russia, the international community are not buying euro bonds. In fact, they are massive sellers of euro bonds, and they're purchasing gold. That is what's happening. And you know, if I need to verify how legitimate I am, and how my predictions come out to be spot on true, what you need to do is go back into my video. I've done 3 videos on Europe recently. One of them is called Europe is on Fire. The other one is called Europe is Done. The other one is called Eurozone Bankruptcy Begins. Those are spot on, the best videos that you can get, predictive wise, that you can find anywhere, period. And I'm not trying to be boastful. I'm just saying, look, I know what I'm talking about. I've got enough time on YouTube. I've got enough backlog. Those videos will prove without a shadow of a doubt that I know what I'm talking about. I'm real. I'm not a joke. I'm not some, you know, person that's just saying stuff on YouTube. I know what's going on. All right. Thanks, guys. Christmas. Have a good holidays. Thanks again for listening.